it's simply an isolating experience when you're in the closet and you go into a headspace that is entirely your own and is fed by small experiences that don't represent the world, that are fed by films, that are fed by books, or by something someone said to you on the street that you internalize. And it becomes an aspect of fear, of saying, I have to behave this way or I am not safe. And that goes back to, what I like about what I'm doing now, where, I feel that I am creating a world for other people where they can feel comfortable coming to me, but also that they don't feel the need to disclose it at all. I think, that if someone identifies as queer and doesn't feel like sharing that, that's nobody's business but their own. If they choose to have a romantic partner, then that is their business when they choose to disclose that. But beyond that, I think pride is really just being yourself and feeling that you don't owe anyone an explanation. I'm Cal Meakins. I'm the Teen Intensive Stage Manager at the Arvada Center.
Hello, I'm Philip Sneed, President and CEO of the Arvada Center for the Arts and Humanities. Our campaign to raise $1 million by September 1st is still underway. Thanks to our sparks, we've raised more than half, but we still have a long way to go. Without the ability to hold performances or classes at full capacity, donations are even more important right now. I hope you will make a gift to help us reignite the arts. Over the last few months, we've been sharing stories with you about the creative Arvada Center staff. Today, you're going to meet Cal Meakins, who has been working with our musical theater Teen Intensive program this summer under the guidance of director and instructor Gavin Mayer. Our Teen Intensive program is specifically for youth ages 14 to 18 who get a chance to work with our professional theater team of directors, choreographers, and production staff. It's an intensive study of dance, music, and acting. Cal is the stage manager for this year's Teen Intensive production of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, and he's also helping teach the technical aspects of this production to students, all while using social distancing protocols. Cal first came to the Arvada Center in 2019 as part of the Diversity in the Arts Internship program. He was in the first cohort for this program, started by the Arts and Diversity Leadership Council as a way to create a pipeline of diverse arts and culture professionals who are representative of the Denver metro community. We were so impressed with Cal, we hired him to work as house manager for our children's theater.
My dad was born in England, my mom was born in New Jersey, and then they were both raised in Ireland. They moved here about a year before myself and my twin brother were born. So I started theater when I was around 5 years old. I kind of see that time as really my artistic awakening. My brother and I, we were in a production of A Christmas Carol at the Longmont Theater Company in 2005. My whole family was involved, my sister, my older brother, and my twin brother and I played Tiny Tim, and that was really my first true theater experience. I took a break in high school, which sort of coincided with me realizing I was gay and staying in the closet. And then when I graduated from high school, I decided that it was time, that I needed to come back because there was something missing from my life. I first started here as an intern through the Denver Diversity in the Arts Internship, and the goal is just to bring in people who have an outside eye into the world of people of color, people with disabilities, members of the LGBT community, and to foster conversations about how different host sites are approaching diversity, equity, and inclusion in those different arts centers. We started really quickly just having these really heavy-hitting conversations about, gender equality, about representation. And I know that a lot of the galleries and a lot of the art reflects that, but it's even, within the building, what can you do to make sure that when people walk in, they see a face that says, I'm welcome here, everyone else is welcome here, and I can feel safe. We hear your voices. We want to share your voices with the world is just great. I think, you know, it's fascinating that the arts have kept going during this time, and through the internet it's become even more accessible, but we need to make sure that we maintain that level of scrutiny to diversity, equity, and inclusion. I like having these conversations. We are at a place where so many people have been so quiet about their experiences that it's nice to know that you have an ally, that you have someone who is going to stick with you, especially what's going on now with the Black Lives Matter movement, with all those protests going on, and again with COVID-19. I mean, this is such a monumental time where we really are at a standstill, and I think it's important that now is the time we hear those voices before moving forward. You're seeing people posting on the internet, making songs, making little bits and pieces of art that they can share with everybody, even though, you know, we're all kept away in our homes and wearing masks, and I just think that's really special. It shows not just in the people who work here, but in the people who show up here to be a part of these teen intensives, because, you know, they are receiving a quality of work that they then have to meet. And I think it really pushes them, but I think they really, really put in the work themselves. And I love, you know, stage managing in particular because it is one of the more interactive roles of the job. You get to do a lot more interfacing with everybody in the building, and especially with the actors. I always make sure to put in some time and, you know, ask them, how are you doing? How's it going? And especially with these younger actors, but they, you know, they're troopers and they really, really want to give a good theater experience to everyone. So it's just a joy to work with them. I really, really enjoy this job.
At the Arvada Center, there are several employees who started off just like Cal as an intern or an apprentice. Over time, with mentorship and hands-on experience, these young professionals have the opportunity to grow and explore their interests in the arts. We provide an artistic home for these individuals and a pipeline for future leaders. In order to continue this work, we need your support. Please consider making a gift to Reignite the Arts.